So boys and girls, when you sit down, there are going to be beautiful drawings of beetles. And these were done by entomologists or people who were studying them. You're going to choose one, look at the shape of it, and you're going to start to draw it using your Sharpie. Now, you most likely will make little adjustments as you go along. And don't ever think that you need to stop and get a new piece of paper. You just need to move forward with confidence and know that if something goes a little bit off, all you have to do is adjust it because no one is going to know what the original beetle looked like. For example, right here, I'm noticing that the actual beetle body is a little bit more rounded. So I'm just going and taking my Sharpie and fixing it right there. And you can clearly see that that doesn't end up looking like it's messed up. It just ends up looking like a shadow along the edge of the body. Don't ever be afraid of a mistake and think that you have to start over. Now what I'm doing is starting to add some more details. I've got the basic shape now, and now I'm looking more closely at the beetle, and I'm adding in some little hairs and some little stripes that I see on its body. And then what I'm going to start to do is say, okay, this beetle is black in color. And if you look at this drawing by someone who did it professionally, they did a technique called cross-hatching and hatching. The diagonal lines are what we call hatch lines. And then when you do them crisscross, they're called cross-hatching. And what it does is it allows you to add shadows to your work. Now, even though it seems bizarre that you would start cross-hatching all over your beetle, right here you can see me doing it, actually you're going to find, oh yeah, it looks okay. At first it seems like you're like crisscrossing out or putting an X on your drawing. But really all I'm doing is looking at the original beetle, comparing how dark it is. So this part of the wing shield is actually very dark. So I'm going to just keep cross-hatching and cross-hatching until it starts to look dark to me. Now I'm going to go to the other side and cross-hatch over there as well. There's one little spot on the shield that's has a little bit of white, so I'll probably avoid cross-hatching there a lot. But I'm just going to go and continue adding light and dark areas. And every once in a while I'll stop and compare it to the original and see if there's some areas that I've forgotten. But all I'm doing is going back and forth with my Sharpie, putting on more and more cross-hatching so that the shadows and the darkness on there looks realistic. Here I'm even coming along the edge of it and just darkening that in. And you will be very pleasantly surprised to see how good a job you do. One thing that we absolutely will not be doing today is the game of holding yours up and showing everyone how awful it is. We're not playing that game, for sure. Now here you're going to see that I also have photos of beetles that are not drawings like the first ones I showed you. These are actual photographs. Notice that the piece of paper that I chose to draw on was way too small. I probably should have chosen a wider piece of paper, but it's fine. Just have it go right off the page. And another thing you might want to consider is that when you choose your first beetle, look for a size of paper that you think would fit it well so that you don't have a tiny little beetle on this massive piece of paper. And now what I'm doing is using a white colored pencil because the paper that I'm drawing on is dark. So if you choose to draw on a paper that's dark, feel free, instead of doing all that cross-hatching, you're actually going to be highlighting the light parts using the white colored pencil. And then you can always go back in and add some more shadows that you think it might need. Eventually you're going to be finishing. I'm hoping you'll get 2 or 3 done today. Have fun.